What's up, Trail Trash? Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, I'm going to be changing the transmission fluid in the FJ. I will not be replacing the filter and dropping the transmission pan or the fluid pan. I'm just doing a drain and fill on it, and that's what Toyota recommends at 60,000 miles. That's what I'm going to do. Probably should have done it a few years ago. My FJ's over 6 years old, so it should have already been done, but I am at 62,000, so I'll drain it, see what it looks like, and hopefully no issues. So I don't know if this is going to be a how-to video, but this is more of a how I do video. So if you have any questions, or I don't cover something that you're interested in, or you got a question about or whatever, just drop them in the comments and I'll get to them. I'll get it up in the air, drain it, and then fill it. I do have just a handheld transfer pump that I'll use to get the fluids back in, and let me swap this around. I'll use this to catch it, and then I'll pour it into here and measure it just to know exactly what came out. And then I will actually clean this out and put my fluids in that container, and then use the Harbor Freight transfer pump to pump it in underneath. So got all my fluids and gaskets and everything from Toyota a few weeks ago, or actually about a month ago. I just hadn't got to this. If you're interested in seeing that, stick around and I'll see you at the end of the video. And I will have to remove my transmission skid. That's the overflow plug, and then the drain plugs on the other side. I will get that after I let Lola out. So right there is the fill plug. I'm gonna break it loose first. I think it's a 24 millimeter. I'll break it loose first, and then the drain plug here, it looks like a 14 millimeter. And then this is a hex, and that looks like a 5 or 6 millimeter. So going to break loose the drain plug, or the fill plug first, and then I'll drain out the fluids into my container and capture it, inspect it, and see how much actually came out. And then I'll start the process of putting fluids back in the same amount, and then cycling through the transmission and heating it up to the proper temperatures to make sure that it's filled properly. So I'm going to drain it first. Well, that broke loose. Okay, it broke loose. I just couldn't turn it. Whew, that scared me. All right, so that is an O-ring there, and I do have a replacement. So, got that off. Get some light back up here. So I have my catch pan in my container here because I want to capture all the oil or all the fluid. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take this out too. Yeah, that looks dirty. Not the worst though. I'm seeing that is brown. Yeah, it's dirty. Ooh, that looks nasty. I forgot to record where I took the drain plug out, but I've took it out and I have it dripping into the pan. And then I'll pour it into my measuring container to see exactly how much fluid came out. And then I'm gonna put exactly that much in and then go cycle through everything, check the fill plug, and probably have to put more in. All right, so there is the fluid, and you can see it is dirty. So much needed, and I went over a few thousand miles, but I should have changed it some years back because it's been over 6 years. I think it's 60,000 miles or every 6 years. So I've never done this and really need to do it. So getting it done. I'm about to fill it up now. But first I got to run get a couple of crush gaskets because Toyota gave me the wrong ones. I will not torque these. I will just snug them up so that I can put fluid back in the transmission. Now I've got the drain plug in and the check plug. I'm about to put my transmission fluid in my container and get my transfer pump and fill this up. After that, I'll go through the sequence of checking the fluid, warming up the transmission. So here's my container I'm going to use. 2 quart, 4 quart. So I'm going to just fill them up. And I am using the Toyota WS. That's what's required in all their sealed transmissions. Right. Clean this up and get my transfer pump. We'll get to pumping. Don't want to spill this. I don't know how good this is. I'll be able to get this. I really don't want to make a mess. I better read the instructions. Man, that in may be the out that this is gonna make a mess. Alright, so took out the check plug, letting it drain while it's still running. I heated up the transmission and then, all right, so I just finished up filling up the transmission, checking it. I think I'm at proper levels. I heated it up, cycled through, and fluid started coming out, put the check plug in, and now I'm about to put the fill plug in and then torque all three of those plugs, drain plug, fill plug, and check plug. And I got new crush washers on the two that requires that, and the O-ring on the fill plug. It looks good, so I'm going to use it. I'll video some of that. I know I didn't capture everything, but it was a little bit crazy once I got going trying to do everything. So, and film. I'm going to clean up some stuff, and then I'm going to torque all my bolts down. And now the check plug. Clean those to make sure, keep them checked for leaks. I won't put my skid back on, I don't think, until I run it for a bit, and I want to make sure I don't have any leaks in it. Or I want to make sure I don't have to add any more fluid or anything. So, alright, now the fill plug. everything's torqued, filled up. Now I'm gonna go and drive it and see how it shifts. Make sure everything's good. I think it will be. Just hope I didn't wait too long to change that transmission fluid. Time to lower it down. All right, I'm gonna go and drive, see how it shifts. Hopefully I haven't messed anything up by changing the fluid. It was very dirty. I'm gonna drive over to my brother's, get my new tag. I got sent to the wrong house.